R80.40, lots of new features are released. So we will cover the important features one by one, and you have the R80.40 release notes, which is available in CheckPoint portal. You can download that as well, and lots of new features which are covering the Gen 5 threats and IoT policies, IoT virtual patching, and IoT vulnerability assessment, automatic vulnerability assessments. So, and efficient operations. Lots of things are lots of new features are released in this R80.40. So we'll cover the features, the important features one by one, and as you can see in the slide, R80.40 over 100 new features are released, and it includes on-prem R80.40 as well as the cloud. So cloud, previously what we used to access this R80.40, we will install the smart console, and we will try to access this cloud management service as well. For example, if any firewall as a service is running, you have the only option to access that using the R80.40, the smart console. So, so now the same scenario can be you can access it through the web browser as well. And now even if the user running the Linux, the Mac OS or anything, they no need to install any smart console or anything. Even for the Windows guys, they can access the management of service directly from the browser, any browser it will support. And in addition to that, there is lots of other features we'll cover one by one. Always protected against Gen V attacks. So the advanced attacks, the memory emulation, the memory level attacks, the exploits which are coming at the perimeter firewall. So everything will be prevented, and we have new Gen 5 supports for new Gen 5 attacks for IoT devices as well. Suppose, let's say, nowadays lots of IoT devices are there in the customer network. So what CheckPoint Firewall with R80.40 will do, it will automatically assess the IoT devices, for example, the security cameras and everything. Then it will check any vulnerability exist on these IoT devices or not. If any vulnerability exists, it will create the policy, the virtual patching capability, everything automatically without admin intervention or anything. So this policy will be created automatically, and any exploits trying to target these IoT devices will be stopped immediately at the perimeter level in R80.40. So you don't need to create any policies or any virtual patching rules or any IPS rules you need to assign. You just need to create one policy with the IoT devices. So CheckPoint has a certified IoT discovery tool installed in this R80.40. So it will automatically assess everything and create the policy accordingly. And security at hyperscale. So let's say your management plane is increasing. The management plane is keep on increasing, and guys, just give me 1 minute. Suppose, let's say, your management plane capacity is keep on increasing. You have any management server, and you are going to integrate multiple security gateways. Let's say you have CheckPoint Firewall at two branch offices, and now you installed 3 more security gateways in some other branches. So in this case, what will happen? The management plane load and everything will be increased, and you can scale that management plane automatically. So, for example, nowadays you have the in on-prem you have the management server. Even you can increase it in the on-prem now itself in R80 in any R80 version. But let's say it in the cloud, you have the management as a service on the cloud also. So it will automatically scale up if your management train capacity is keep on increasing. It will automatically scale up and scale up, and this is called the security at hyperscale. And efficient operations, cut operation management time by up to 80%. So previously, when you are configuring the checkpoint firewall or migrating from any other firewall to checkpoint firewall, you need to configure lots of objects, let's say address objects, service objects, and FQDN objects. Lots of things are there, and you need to call that objects one by one in the security policy, and it will consume lots of time. Now these efficient operations related things features are released, and it will save the time by integrating some API or exporting the or importing the objects through the API connectivity, and through the bulk text. So like this, lots of features are released. Let's see that one by one. So always protected against Gen V attacks. So in R80.20, already as per the NSS Lab report, we have 100% security effectiveness, 100% block rate without any false positives. And in R80.30, we released the threat extraction for web. So threat extraction capability, you already know, we have threat emulation also, and threat extraction to improve the productivity of users. And we need to block the patient zero also, patient zero attack inside the network also. Same time we can increase the productivity of the user. It should not stop the users from users and waiting for the attachment or something. So what the threat emulation and extraction engine will do, you guys know about that. We have a browser plugin for that, and it will the threat extraction will just remove the malicious malicious macros or malicious content of the file, and provide it as the trusted PDF format or something. Then once threat emulation engine emulated and provided the copy, then if there is no threats, it will be presented to the user. And R80.40, we released a new IoT policy and enforcement, new smart task automate routine task. So the IoT policies and enforcement, I already told you, we have the certified IoT discovery engine, and it will assess. Suppose the customer has 100 webcam, the security cameras or something installed in the network. It will automatically assess the vulnerability, and it will create the policy accordingly. And we have smart task automates routine task. Let's say, like, lots of smart tasks are released. Let's say you have the customer has three administrators, and they are frequently log into the checkpoint firewall and browsing something, and configuring the policies or something previously. And what we do in the checkpoint, the configuration log will be automatically happen at the console, and only one user can make the changes at a time. And we need to release the log if other administrator want to change the want to change any policies or something. So now with R80.40, what checkpoint introduced, let's say 3 or 4 administrators simultaneously log into the firewall and working, and the particular policy they are making the changes, only that policy will be logged. Other than that, all other policies, everything will be visible to all the administrator without the configuration log. They can make any changes in the firewall. So this kind of advanced features are there, which none other vendor can provide, and which was not also in the checkpoint earlier or 80.30 or any other versions. And checkpoint now supports for IoT security, and IoT auto segmentation is there, IoT risk analysis is there, IoT threat prevention is there. So our threat cloud engine, the smart intelligence cloud, what it will provide, it will provide the IoT specific signatures, the virtual patching capabilities, and everything to the firewall, and 300 plus IPS signatures against IoT related threats are there. So when you have IoT devices, the policies will be installed at the security device automatically, and enhanced SSL inspection speed, efficiency, and security. So there is some improvement in the SSL inspection speed also, like the throughput, the performance phase improvement, and efficiencies. Everything will be covered in this enhanced SSL inspection, and secure SNI verifications also there, which is very important. And we will see the every HTTPS request and read the SNI content, and control the applications and web categories, everything up accordingly, and advanced SSH inspection for SCP and SFTP protocols as well. So we have the SSH inspection, advanced SSH inspection for SCP and file transfer protocol as well, and support for HTTP 2.0. So HTTP 2.0 is the next version, the version introduced in HTTP. So which is also, like, most of the websites are migrating to HTTP 2.0, and we support that as well. And full control with utility tools to manage your preferred cyber suits also there, and so all these features, the security also improved, and SSL throughput related performance, efficiency, everything is improved, and new policy layer dedicated to HTTPS inspection, you can see here. So for HTTPS inspection, we have the new policy tab available. Previously, it used to be configured somewhere else, and now you have different HTTPS inspection layer that is used for different policy packages, and new API for HTTPS inspection operations. So everything will be covered in this. And let's go into the architecture. What about R80.40 architecture? So previously also we are processing the parallel processing architecture. We have the parallel processing architecture for threat prevention and network parallel processing and everything. So now there is some features introduced in R80.40, which is called inline file sanitization. So what happened, if you have the memory level attacks, the CPU level attacks, or something, some threads bypassing the firewall, going through the firewall, so it will just do the file emulation on the firewall itself, on the running speed and the wire speed only. So it will check against the Gen 5 attacks which is happening in the CPU levels, and it will also prevent it. And virtual management plane, it includes hypersync, real-time log event and correlation, and lights out management and everything. So in this security architecture, there is also the threat cloud integration like previously, and it has AWAS and resistant sandboxing and zero-day AI security engines, threat intelligence bank. Everything will be covered in this, and irrelevant of the products, all the solutions will be connected to this. And zero touch plug and play for installing new appliance. So suppose you have some branch offices which has no admin at all. So in this case, the administrators at the HQ can't go to every branch offices and configure the firewall from scratch. It will be it won't be that effective, like time consuming task, and lots of resource need to be involved. So these complexities are there. So CheckPoint understood that challenge and released this zero touch plug and play for installing the new device. So what will happen in this case, there will be the cloud console. There you have to configure the configure the templates and device group, everything, the network interfaces, everything you will configure there. So either it could be same for all the firewall, or it will be specific to some firewall. So template, the security policies, and NAT policies and threat prevention policies, everything used to be similar only. So in this case, you can create the same template, and when you plug in the firewall based on the serial number, it will fetch the configuration details from the cloud, and the configurations will be saved to the firewall automatically. So this kind of flexibility also there. And smart task save administrator available time by automatic routine task. So lots of smart tasks are there, like small things, features also released for efficient operations, as we discussed earlier. For example, when administrator create any security policy or something, the notification will be sent to the super admin or any email ID mentioned there in the SMTP notifications. And after install policy, before or after publish, the actions can be performed as per this scheduled IPS staging mode, scheduled assigned global policy, send notification, run sanity scripts, and send messages to Slack, custom permissions. So this kind of actions can be done based on the policy creation. Whoever create the policy, we can perform this action immediately. This will be the automated task, no need for any manual intervention. And revision plus granular domain backup and migration. So domain level backups also there, and GUI and API support automatic revision creations, everything is there. And auto updatable objects for quicker operation, no need to install policy for updates to take effect. So you can create some scheduled rules for updating the policies and everything. Suppose, let's say you have created the IPS rule, the virtual patching rule for IoT, and some of the other rules, and based on the auto update scheduled rule, these updates will happen automatically without any manual intervention. And these dynamic domain and updatable objects can be used in the threat prevention as well as the HTTPS inspection policies now. And introducing CheckPoint security management as a service. As I said before, there is no need for the R80.40 hereafter, like the smart console for R80.40 for the cloud-based management. You can even access the R80.40 through the web browser. So it will support all the web browser. You just need to access the URL. The firewall as a management will be available, and you can configure everything from there automatically. And in this case, the management as a service, the customer no need to take care of any latest security patch update or scale up things. If management plane capacities keep on increasing, it will auto scale. So customer no need to auto scale, no need to scale that manually. The auto scaling, the auto storage scaling, the RAM, everything will be happening automatically. And zero maintenance. There is no need of installation or upgrades need to be done by the customer. Everything will be taken care by CheckPoint itself, as it is on their cloud instance. And unified management now in a browser. Suppose you see the lots of customer will say we have Mac devices, we have Linux or something. So they can, here in this case, they don't need to install any smart console. They can access the management service directly from their web browser. So this will be always up to date. There is no need to spend the time on the upgrades and latest things. The checkpoint, in case of any maintenance upgrade planned by the checkpoint, it will be informed to customer before 1 month only. So as I said earlier, based on the CPU utilization of the management plane and the storage, the log retention capacity, the security gateways will scale up automatically. And there is zero maintenance gives IT team more control to secure and manage their environments. There is no need of maintenance, and everything will be taken care by checkpoint directly. No startup efforts required, no installation, no deployment, no upkeep. So jumbo hot fixes, patches, system health check, security updates, monitoring backup snapshot, and threat prevention, everything will be automatically happen based on the checkpoint cloud. So like whatever they configure at the cloud level, there is no need of any manual intervention. And multitasking in R80 is unique to checkpoint. As I said earlier, in case the three admins instantly log into the checkpoint and simultaneously working each other. And previously what we used to do the configuration log. It will automatically log the whole system configuration. In case if any admin want to change, they will release the configuration log, and they used to make the changes. Now the case is different. So only if admin is working on one particular policy, one network interface configuration, only that policies or the configurations will be logged. Apart from that, any admin can make changes anywhere. And the smart views also there. Smart views, what we have in the smart views, fine. Share views and reports with other administrators. In case you want to share some views or report to other administrator, you can share it to others. And not only these above features, there is more than 50 new management APIs are released in R80.40. And as I said earlier, it will reduce the object creation time up to 92% and object deletion time up to 87%. And fast installation with the central deployment. Previously, we used to upgrade the firewall and everything separately, the management and the firewall separately. And now with R80.40, you can install hotfixes, jumbo updates directly from the smart console. So these installation will happen in all the security gateways automatically. And log exporter extract transform export. So this will support multiple things. Reads incoming logs from the security gateways, adapt sim format, sends the log to the configured target server, advanced filtering. So this format this CEF or leaf format can also be configured automatically in the checkpoint, and it will provide the relevant log automatically to the connected SIM appliances. That's it guys. So this is the summary. This is the summary of our 80.40, whatever we've seen till now. Smart task automates daily work with the predefined or customizable actions. Dedicated smart task automation we saw, and then dedicated HTTPS policy server for policy preventing encrypted traffic from Gen 5 attacks. Not only preventing the Gen 5 attacks, it also improves the efficiency, the performance and throughput also. And zero touch deployment from hours to minutes for installing the new gateways. And IoT policy and enforcement also done. So these are all the new features released, and you have the release notes, which is 40-page release notes also present in the Checkpoint portal. I just summarize that and take some important point from the release notes. You can also go through the release notes if you want more details. And in case if you want assistance in any checkpoint inquiries or POC or any other thing, the technical things, you can reach out to me. I will share my contact details here now. If you have any questions, you can check with me now.